has killed over. Round one.
The film picks up 1 year after the events of Kickboxer, Vengeance, with Kurt Sloane, Alan Musi, having avenged his brother's death by defeating the brutal Muay Thai champion Tong Po. Now, Kurt has moved on with his life and is focused on his MMA career in the United States. He has put the violent past behind him and is living peacefully with his wife, Lou, Sarah Malakole. However, his past is far from behind him. While celebrating a recent MMA victory, Kurt is drugged and abducted in his hotel room by a group of masked men. He wakes up in a high-security prison in Thailand, confused and disoriented. He is met by Thomas Moore, Christopher Lambert, a powerful underground fight promoter who operates outside the law. Moore informs Kurt that he has been chosen to fight in an illegal underground match against a monstrous fighter named Mongkut, Haffer Julius Bjornsson, a genetic experiment created to be the ultimate warrior. Moore offers Kurt a deal. If he fights and wins, he will be freed and well compensated. If he refuses, he will remain in prison indefinitely. Kurt refuses at first, but his resistance is met with brutal consequences. The corrupt prison warden orders Mongkut to savagely beat Kurt, leaving him with broken ribs, bruises, and internal bleeding. The sheer power of Mongkut's blows makes it clear this is a fight Kurt cannot win in his current condition. Training Ian and realizing he has no other choice, Kurt agrees to fight. However, he knows that his MMA skills alone won't be enough to defeat Mongkut. Inside the prison, he encounters his old mentor, Durand, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who has been imprisoned and blinded after being tortured by Moore's men. Despite his blindness, Durand agrees to train Kurt once more, pushing him through an extreme training regimen unlike anything Kurt has faced before. Kurt's training sequences are grueling and intense, featuring weight training using prison equipment, lifting makeshift weights made from scrap metal, bare-knuckle fights against multiple opponents at once to build endurance, counterattacks and evasive movements to adapt to Mongkut's brute strength, underwater breath-holding drills to increase lung capacity and mental focus. Kurt also befriends Briggs, Mike Tyson, an American prisoner and former heavyweight boxing champion. Briggs takes Kurt under his wing, teaching him advanced boxing techniques, enhancing Kurt's speed, precision, and power. This adds a new layer of strategy to Kurt's fighting style. Despite his growth, Moore ensures Kurt's path to success isn't easy. He constantly throws obstacles in his way, including forcing Kurt to endure inhumane punishment like starvation, sleep deprivation, and surprise ambush fights in the middle of the night. As a warm-up before the main event, Moore forces Kurt to participate in a brutal exhibition match against some of the best underground fighters in the world. Kurt is forced to fight 3 elite martial artists back-to-back, a Muay Thai champion who uses devastating clinch strikes and elbow attacks, and a Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist who nearly chokes Kurt unconscious, the powerhouse kickboxer with leg kicks that nearly cripple him. Despite their deadly skill sets, Kurt overcomes each fighter one by one, showcasing his adaptability and resilience. The crowd erupts in cheers, and for the first time, Moore starts to worry that Kurt might actually stand a chance against Mongkut. On the eve of the fight, Kurt and his wife Lou attempt to escape the prison with the help of Durand and Briggs. They overpower several guards, using their combined martial arts prowess to break through the prison's defenses. However, Moore's men catch them just before they can reach freedom. To force Kurt's compliance. Moore kidnaps Lou, threatening to sell her into human trafficking if Kurt doesn't fight Mongkut. The stakes are now even higher. This isn't just about survival. It's about saving the woman he loves. The underground fight arena is packed with spectators, including high-profile criminals, corrupt politicians, and wealthy fight enthusiasts. The moment has arrived. Kurt Sloane versus Mongkut. As the bell rings, Mongkut charges at Kurt like a wrecking ball, immediately overpowering him. The first round is brutal, with Mongkut launching devastating punches and kicks that send Kurt crashing to the mat multiple times. Every hit feels like being struck by a freight train. Kurt struggles to find an opening, using his speed and counterattacks to dodge Mongkut's massive swings. But every time he lands a strike, Mongkut barely flinches. The sheer size and endurance of Mongkut make him a near unstoppable force. As the fight progresses, Kurt begins implementing the techniques he learned from his prison training. He targets Mongkut's legs, Using low kicks to slow him down, he evades Mongkut's punches, countering with powerful hooks and knee strikes. He focuses on endurance, allowing Mongkut to tire himself out by wasting energy on failed attacks. The crowd watches in shock as Mongkut starts to falter. His movements become slower, and for the first time, Kurt sees an opportunity. With one final burst of energy, Kurt delivers a flying knee strike to Mongkut's skull, staggering the giant. He follows up with a spinning back kick to the liver, causing Mongkut to drop to his knees. Seeing his chance, Kurt unleashes a barrage of rapid punches and kicks, finishing with a devastating elbow strike to Mongkut's temple. The giant collapses unconscious. Following his victory, chaos erupts in the underground fight world. Kurt and his allies take advantage of the disorder, overpowering Moore's men and escaping. In a final confrontation, Kurt fights Moore in hand-to-hand combat, defeating him and ensuring he can never manipulate fighters again. With Lou safe and Moore out of the picture, Kurt finally walks away from the world of underground fighting, ready to embrace his future. Kickboxer, Retaliation takes brutal martial arts action to new levels, featuring intense training montages, brutal fights, and jaw-dropping choreography. The presence of Jean-Claude Van Damme, Mike Tyson, and Haffer Bjornsson adds star power, making this one of the most exciting entries in the series. With stunning cinematography and an adrenaline-fueled climax, Kickboxer, Retaliation delivers everything fight fans crave and more.